Greetings. I'm Michael Quinn Patton. On Earth Day, April 22nd, 2024, evaluators from around the world endorsed a declaration calling for all evaluations to include environmental, social, and economic sustainability and regeneration criteria in their evaluations, read section by section by a group of diverse international evaluators. Here's the declaration.
My name is Ian Goldman. I'm the president of the International Evaluation Academy. Evaluators' role. Given the overwhelming evidence that the climate emergency, loss of biodiversity, soil degradation, and pollution of water, air, and land threaten the future of humanity and all life on Earth, we commit to introducing context-specific criteria for environmental, social, and economic sustainability and regeneration into all evaluations, recognizing that these three domains are intertwined. Role of commissioners of evaluation. We call on those who commission, fund, and use evaluations to include and support context-specific criteria for environmental, social, and economic sustainability and regeneration in all evaluations, and engage a wide range of researchers and scientists in the evaluation team.
My name is Sonal Saveri from Mumbai, India. Scope. Taking the polycrisis seriously means including appropriate and relevant sustainability and regenerative criteria in all approaches to evaluation for all types of interventions and change efforts and across all sectors, public, private, non-governmental, academic, in whatever ways are relevant and feasible.
Greetings, my name is Natalia and I'm speaking to you from La Paz, Bolivia. The universality of the multifaceted environmental and related crises means developing and applying context-specific environmental, social, and economic sustainability and regeneration criteria at all levels: local and indigenous, regional and national, global north and global south, international and global, within formal institutions and informal networks, and in so doing, take into account the mutually reinforcing interrelationships across levels.
Hello, everyone. I'm Paulina. I'm from Mexico, and I'm part of the Ingenio team in the Polytechnic University of Valencia. So interconnectedness. We reiterate the interconnectedness of environmental, social, economic, political, and cultural systems.
Our focus is on the mutually reinforcing and dynamic interrelationships among environmental sustainability and regeneration, equitable, inclusive, and resilient social systems, and economic justice, to make clear that these are not conflicting ideas to be pitted against each other, but rather interdependent systems that need to be examined, understood, and evaluated together.
I'm Andrew Lisa Belzer, Canadian Evaluation Society National President. I'm in Halifax, Nova Scotia, which is in Mi'kma'ki, the unceded ancestral territory of the Mi'kmaq First Nation. Environmental sustainability and regeneration is based on valuing nature, humanity, and all life forms as interdependent. This leads to valuing and supporting restoration, mitigation, and adaptation initiatives to significantly reduce greenhouse gases, end pollution of air, land, and water, and restore and protect ecological biodiversity, such as restoring endangered ecosystems and degraded soils, forests, and other systems, and increase the resilience of human and natural systems.
Veronica Felsis, Vice President of the International Evaluation Academy, connecting from Latvia. Economic sustainability includes living within the limits of the Earth's resources, while meeting the basic needs of all, where everyone has enough and no one has far too much.
Janet Salvador from Mexico. I'm secretary in the EXCOM of the International Evaluation Academy. Social sustainability includes reducing inequities and disparities consistent with the Sustainable Development Goals, and inclusive and democratic governance processes and institutional arrangements that are genuinely diverse and inclusive, including gender, equity, and upholding the rights of indigenous peoples, and with capacity to effectively initiate and ensure effective action based on principles of environmental justice that respect and strengthen community voices.
My name is Charmaine Campbell Patton, and I'm based in Minneapolis, Minnesota, Dakota land. And I'll read Nexus Perspective, evaluating at the nexus where environmental, social, and economic actions interconnect and intertwine means applying a complex systems framework in evaluation, seeking restorative and regenerative solutions that endure resiliently, and documenting both positive and negative patterns, intended and unintended, and planned, adapted, and emergent pathways towards transformation.
Hello, I'm Minji Jo, an evaluator from South Korea. For our context, sustainability inclusive evaluations include recognition of the historical patterns of exploitation, extractions, expropriation, colonialism, oppression, human dominance over nature, and greed that have created the climate crisis.
My name is Taruna Gupta. I'm currently based in Cyprus and originally from Kenya. Uses. Evaluation for sustainability and regeneration should be designed and implemented to improve and enhance sustainability inclusive initiatives, support informed, strategic, and democratic decision-making through processes and procedures that are fair and just, and strengthen community voice in evaluations and interventions.
To do so, sustainability inclusive evaluations will build and facilitate collaborations with those who commission, fund, implement, and are meant to benefit from evaluation processes and results.
Hi, I am Deborah Kaduserada from Uganda. Role and responsibility. All evaluators have a responsibility to bring this commitment to sustainable, regenerative, and restorative evaluation criteria into their work and be able to explain to stakeholders that these criteria constitute a statement of evaluators' professional and ethical responsibility, thereby advocating on behalf of inclusion of these criteria in an appropriate way and doing what is practically feasible given constraints of capacity, resources, and context.
Hola, my name is Pablo Vidueira from Madrid, Spain. I will read the transformation component. In affirming this declaration, we recognize that the challenges confronting our world, energy, environment, climate change, food security, financial security, human security, sustainability for all forms of life, demand solutions beyond what traditional evaluation methods can provide. Evaluating systems transformation initiatives through a multidimensional and cross-level sustainability lens will require innovative and inclusive evaluation approaches grounded in, engaged with, and responsive to multiple perspectives.
I'm from Cameroon, a co-chair of Indigenous, and a vice president of the International Development Evaluation Associations. They just remind one thing is very important. Our shared commitment as evaluators is to ensure that evaluation is part of the solutions going forward and not part of the problems. And that in addressing environmental, social, economic sustainability and regenerations, evaluation makes meaningful, substantive, timely, rigorous, and feasible and useful contributions to a more equitable and sustainable futures. Thank you.
So there you have it, a declaration on evaluation for sustainability and regeneration to address ecological, environmental, social, and economic criteria in all evaluations. Here's the site where you can read the full declaration and add your signature to its endorsement should you choose to do so.